What's up, Granger? Here we are at Edsal Manufacturing here in the old Chicago stockyards. Let's go into Edsal and learn a little bit about their shelving products.
Welcome, James.
Hey, Scott. Thank you for having us.
Welcome to Edsal's corporate headquarters right here in the stockyards of Chicago.
Yeah.
Why don't you come on in and we'll give you a quick tour.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Thank you.
So here we are inside Edsal's corporate headquarters in Chicago with Scott Henry. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, what it is that you do here at Edsal, and how long you've been here?
Sure. Thanks, James. Welcome to Edsal Manufacturing here in the stockyards of Chicago again. My name is Scott Henry. I'm the Director of Sales Operations and specifically deal with the Granger account for Edsal. Edsal was founded in 1956 right here in Chicago as a small family-owned business, and over the years has grown significantly to become the premier shelving and storage manufacturer in the United States. We make all of the products right here in Chicago, also have facilities in Gary, Indiana, and we also have a manufacturing operation in Pennsylvania as well as Southern California that focuses on our Sandusky cabinet product line.
Excellent. So all of your products are manufactured here in the United States.
That is correct, James. And to reiterate, Edsal consists of two basic product groups: shelving, which is the Edsal manufacturing arm of our organization; Sandusky Cabinets, which is the welded storage cabinet. All storage products for industrial, consumer, government, healthcare, educational markets. Those are the markets we serve.
Excellent. And with that said, too, regarding Sandusky, we'll be going out to Sandusky's manufacturing facility in Pennsylvania later on in the year. So expect to see another episode later with Sandusky. Now, before we get into some of the Edsal products and some more information about Edsal, we like to always ask a fun question of the people that we interview. So this year's fun question is, if you had anywhere that you could travel in the world, where would you like to travel?
I've already been there, to be honest with you, but I'd love to go back to Iceland.
Iceland?
Absolutely loved Iceland. It's like visiting a different planet.
Oh, yes. Do you have any family or friends there at all, or just?
No, since everybody's related to each other up there, no. Bucket list for this coming summer will be a European river tour.
Oh, excellent.
Through Germany, the Rhine River, yeah.
Okay.
So looking forward to that as well.
You know, I found it interesting regarding Iceland, learning that Iceland is actually all green and Greenland is actually all ice, and how there's that weird, you would think it's the other way around, but I remember when I told my kids about that, they were like, that doesn't make any sense. Something that I've been talking to the Granger sales force lately a lot about is Edsal's lead time. Can you talk a little bit about that?
That's right, James. Our lead times are something we're extremely proud of. 5 days lead time from date of receipt of the order till out the door. Best in the industry by far. Shelving, cabinets, you name it. Of course, even shorter for those items that Granger stocks, comes out of their warehouse, but for items that ship directly from our facility, 5 business days out the door after we receive the PO. Many times shelving needs are something that is forgotten about or kind of arises at a last minute second, and they need it urgently, and we are your source for that and can handle that very easily.
All right, now when it comes to CBIs or customer business issues that your products, the Edsal products, can help solve when it comes to a Granger customer, what are some of those solutions that you can provide?
Well, it's general storage and organization. Virtually every business has storage concerns and needs to organize, whether it be their inventory, their office supplies, maintenance supplies. Edsal fulfills that need in a variety of different ways with different products for different applications.
When it comes to assembling these products, are they quick and easy to install?
Oh, incredibly so. All of the products virtually go together in 15, 20 minutes with just a rubber mallet to seat
pound it down.
Pound it into place only to save your hand from more than anything. You can be done by hand without a rubber mallet, but goes together very quickly. This type of shelving here and the two rivet units, this vertical post is actually a two-piece post with a coupler to make it a 6-foot. So not only can you assemble it as a tall 6-foot high shelving unit, you could assemble it as two 3-foot high shelving units and have 2 shelves in one and 3 in the other for almost a counter type storage, or if there's, you know, air ducts or something in the way overhead and whatnot.
Yeah.
And it helps our shipping side as well. It's a nice compact box.
Oh, yeah.
Can be UPS'd. Makes it a very, very user-friendly from that standpoint. As I say, very easy to assemble. The number one item for Grainger, the 36 UP33, goes together extremely quickly because it has a welded upright frame on the two sides. So there's no assembly of any vertical posts. Makes for a much stronger unit. That's part of how we get to our 2,000 pounds per shelf capacity. And you'll see the double row of posts so you can attach adjoining units one to another. The availability of shelf adjustment height-wise by any one of the series of holes here. And this unit as well goes together with just a rubber mallet in minutes. Super easy to assemble and extremely strong and rigid. Also has a welded footplate on the bottom for attaching the unit to the floor, particularly useful in seismic type environments. Shelving and organization is a common problem that Grainger can lend solutions to with storage products such as cabinets as well as shelving. We do have specific shelving unit that tends to be a better fit for certain markets. Our number one Grainger shelving item is the 36 UP33, large welded rack product, 2,000 pounds per shelf capacity, extremely robust and used primarily in warehousing, is probably one of its bigger application. Any manufacturing environment has needs for storage. At 2,000 pounds a shelf, we can handle some pretty heavy items, all the way to commercial property, storage for supplies, to maintain an apartment building or something like that, healthcare industry, supporting a hospital type environment. They have lots of maintenance equipment, a general maintenance storage type item, which is really true of all of our shelving. This one in particular because it handles bigger items, heavier items, very versatile.
But that's our number one selling item.
Number one,
into
yes,
Grainger.
for the Grainger offering. Now we do make smaller versions for a little tighter confines, if you will. This is a rivet style unit. Goes together very simply, no nuts or bolts. It's all rivets, go into keyhole type slots. Shelves adjustable height-wise. Also still pretty robust, 1,000 pounds per shelf. So now this product, as well as this, because they have wire decking, it's also what's known as NSF certified. That means it's safe for the storage of dry foods. So therefore, it's very good for restaurants, any food type environment. That's a requirement for those types of applications, something to be very aware of as you're calling on those type of customers. That's a question that they will ask, NSF certified or not. Mm-hmm. Kind of more common shelving. This is for, again, general storage, not really specific to any type of industry per se, is the same rivet style shelving, but with a particle board deck. Comes in a little bit handier because you've got a nice smooth surface for smaller type items. The wire decking doesn't work great for very small items. This can handle very small items very easily. 800 pounds per shelf capacity, so also quite robust as far as its weight carrying capacity. And then finally, the fourth category, if you will, of shelving that Edsal sells is the chrome wire type shelving. This is also NSF certified for food storage. You'll very commonly see this in restaurant, those types of settings. A lot of people refer to this as a baker's rack because of the food service side of things. So, and these come on casters, mobile, easy to clean around and everything else. As I say, very typically in any kind of food type environment is where you most commonly see these types of items.
When it comes to a Grainger account manager, let's say they're visiting a customer's facility. What should they be looking for before they go and talk to somebody, and what types of questions should they ask that person?
Okay, all good questions. So when going to a facility, the thing you're going to be looking for primarily is disorganization. Piles of stuff on the floor, jammed in a corner. As I say, things stacked on top of each other, which makes it difficult to get to the lower stuff. And that can be in any type of environment. So it's sort of a universal look for a mess.
So again, that plays off of the productivity, because when you see that mess, you can talk to them about shelving to help get them organized and help increase productivity.
Organization, so that when you're looking for the item that you're searching for, it's easy to find. You're not unstacking stuff to get at it. Exactly. Yeah.
So when they see that mess, that disorganization, who should they be talking to at a customer facility?
Typically, it'll be a facility type manager. Maybe if it's more of an industrial type setting, or a warehouse, the warehouse manager, that type of individual. A little more generalized will be in a maintenance department, the maintenance manager, and that would also apply to property management type customers with, they have storerooms to keep a building up and running. That would be more of a maintenance manager type individual. That would be the person, would be your main contact to say, hey, I can solve this problem for you. I can make you more productive. You need to organize, and this is how you do it.
Okay. And then what types of questions should they ask them? They've identified the problem, they found the person that they need to talk to. What should they be asking them to start that sales process of shelving?
And then the next process would be how much space do they have to put the shelving in. So you would have to do some measuring of a room of where this items are going to be stored in. Yeah. You might even get into asking of what are your more frequently accessed items as opposed to items that are not accessed as frequently, to help them think about how to organize themselves to become more productive, and then put the items that you access frequently in what's affectionately known as the golden pick zone, which is like shoulders to waist, almost like the strike zone for a batter in baseball. You want to put your most frequently accessed items in that range, so you're not bending or reaching to get the items that you do all the time.
Okay.
Heavier items go on the bottom.
Yep.
Lighter items on top. So those are some of the general things that you want to think of as you're planning out what recommendations you have for products for that customer.
All right, well, that wraps things up. Great coming down here and visiting with you to record this video. Do you have any closing words that you have for the Grainger sales force?
Other than the fact that we absolutely love working with Grainger, the opportunities are boundless for storage, and we appreciate all the opportunities and the interactions we have with you guys. That we're here to help you be more successful in your sales to your customers, solving your customers' problems.
Great, thank you so much, Scott, and we'll include Scott's contact information as well at the end of the video. So thank you so much.
Thank you.